Hello, friends. I'll wait for everyone to jump on, and I hope we have a really great turnout tonight. We're going to be talking about holistic pet care and everything that kind of surrounds holistic pets and how to, hi baby girl, and how to take care of our pets in a holistic manner. We're gonna get introduced to Maya, and Bowie's hanging out here too today. He's just a visitor, so wait for a couple people to kind of jump on here, and we will get started. And what I'm gonna do is I will give away a free bottle of CBD closer to the end of the talk, so you are going to have to stick around, and I will take questions when I'm finished my presentation, so I'll kind of just let everyone come on. If you do want to be entered in the CBD giveaway, make sure you make a comment now that you're here and that you're live at the 10:30. And then I'll be able to introduce you, then I'll be able to put all your names in an automatic generator. And this is Maya, guys. This is her debut. This is her live debut. I see a lot of people coming on, so I'll just kind of wait till everybody kind of gets on, and then we will get going. Yeah, I'm really excited, guys, to do this live. I have a lot of information to share with you guys. Hi, Bowie. And it's going to be great, and I've put together a really great list of things and made some notes that I want to definitely talk to you guys about. So I see a lot of people joining. Make sure you guys mention that you're here, so when I'm done at the end, I can give out a free bottle of the CBD. I'll put out all the names in a generator and pick a name, either just as I finish or right at the end after I jump off. So I see a lot of people are joining. Hi, guys. So let me introduce my princess. Maya, say hi. Maya, say hi. We'll do it with a treat. This is Maya. Okay. Maya is a 5-year-old rescue. Let's get a better look at her. Oh. This is Maya. She's my new baby girl. And we rescued her. She's 5 and she's doing amazing. She's really come out of her shell, and she's on her way to being extremely holistic, and she's such a lover, and she's rescued. It's my first rescue, and it was just kind of meant to be. So this is Maya. Hi. Everybody say hi, Maya. Such a good girl. Okay, Maya, you're gonna go to your bed now, okay? Mommy's gonna work. I love you. Okay, so we're gonna put Maya down. There's Maya. She's gonna sit down, and I'm gonna do my work. Here, Maya, some treats. Bowie, you want a treat? Come, Bowie. Bowie, come. Okay, so hi, guys. That was Maya. I just introduced her. She's really cute. She'll probably bug me all through the live because she's very mummy, but I love her. So I see a lot of you coming on. I'm going to start the presentation. Bowie, you want to say hi? Bowie wants to say hi. Bowie, come. Bowie, come. No, Maya. Maya wants to join us for the whole live. Okay, come. Okay. Okay. Maya wants to hang out. So she's going to probably join us for our whole information session today. And Bowie's here. Bowie, come here. Okay. Distracted. Sorry, guys. I got these two little guys here hanging out. So Maya's going to hang out. Okay. So I'm going to start my talk on holistic health, pet health, and I will get to the CBD oil giveaway, which probably drive most of you here more than wanting to hear what I have to say. But it is a really good topic, and I think it's really important. So let's start. Make sure you comment that you're here so I can collect your name at the end and enter you in to win that free bottle of CBD BioCare, 1,000 milligram, that you'll be able to share with your pet happily and gladly, and everybody can get along. So first of all, I think you know, everything happens in due time, and I've really wanted to do this talk, and I've kind of been pushing it off, and I think now that I rescued Maya, I have more motivation to really talk about it, and as she's my girl and I want to give her the best health that she can, and she comes to me already 5 years old. I don't really get much of a medical history from her because she's a rescue, and you know, they only know what they know. She came to me with a UTI, I know that, so hesitantly I put her on the shitty food that they made me take home and antibiotics for a few days, but I've now transitioned Maya into what I believe to be the best diet for dogs, which is a raw food diet, and I will talk obviously about raw foods and whole foods for dogs. And guys, humans and dogs and our animals, and I'm going to keep saying dog, but this can refer to cats as well. The best thing we can do for them is give them the nutrients that they are meant to eat, okay? So we have to realize that what's on our store shelves are dead nutrients, okay? They're heavily processed. Even the bags that will say that they're organic meat, they're still dead nutrients, okay? We know that whole foods that are alive are hi baby girl, are what we want to eat, and we also want to be giving that to our pets. And if you're someone like me who doesn't really want to start preparing raw food and grinding bones and doing all that, there are a lot of really great options. And instead of feeding our dogs dead food that are often heavily loaded with protein, and I'll talk about, you know, when protein is cooked and meats are cooked, the disadvantage of that. And listen, we've all been pet owners, or, you know, we're new pet owners. You know, Maya's technically my second dog, and you know, I thought I did it right with Monty until I did it, and now having the information that I have, obviously as someone who loves dogs and animals, I think it's important to understand. So first and foremost, I'll show you the food that I'm giving her, and what I've done is I found a company. They're actually local, they're Canadian, and they've got just this beautiful, clean source of food. And I've purchased for her the freezer dried version of the raw food, and I just add some water and I'll hydrate them, and that'll be really good for like when I travel and when I'm moving around, so that I don't have to worry about the frozen one. So the frozen one's the same thing. So I'll show you guys this, and this is just a local brand, guys. There's a lot of good brands, okay? They are all natural. It's 90% ingredients that are meat-based, meat ingredients, and the rest are fruit. The 10% are fruits and legumes, okay? So I'll show you the bag. This is the bag, okay? And while you can't see me, well, I'll take it down. The ingredients in here is lamb, beef, beef bone, beef green tripe, which is an excellent digestive enzyme for our dogs, beef heart, beef kidney, beef liver, carrot, beet, broccoli, apple, banana, eggs, spinach, cranberry, and parsley. So also like really beautiful ingredients that are, you know, they're local. These guys buy local ingredients. There's no GMOs, there's no chemicals, there's no nothing. It's just a really clean food that I feel really good giving to her. I switched her off of like science diet, like wet food, and what I do for her with her feeding is, she's little, so she gets 4 of those patties a day, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Now, on top of that, I add to her food, and I'm going to go through more of, I'm just talking about this is me and Maya right now, and then I'm going to give you guys more information. So again, I add to her food the nano curcumin, guys. It's the same thing as I will take, or as you can take, and I just open the capsule and twice a day sprinkle a little bit on her food, okay? Because nano curcumin does so many beautiful things. It's so bioavailable. It's good for everything. It's good for her heart. It's good for her joints. It's good for her urinary tract infection. It's good for overall health, joint health, inflammation if she has anything. Remember, I don't know where she's coming from. I don't know what her past is. I do know that the first few nights that I had her, while she was sleeping, she was twitching like a lot. And since I changed her food and started implementing the things that I've done, it's really like today's been so much better, and she's not twitching and freaking out, okay? I also give her 1 chlorella tablet. in the morning. Right now, I don't think I'm going to increase it to 2 because her food is really well balanced, and I'll tell you what else I do. So I don't think she needs any more than 1. Now, chlorella, not only does it help detox, it's a gentle detox for her body, it helps to oxygenate her blood and pump good blood to her heart. I was told she has a heart murmur. It's a grade 1, so they say. Monty had a heart murmur his whole life. He was never medicated until the end, and that's what took his life. So obviously, I want to protect her the best that I can, knowing what I know now. So I do give her 1 chlorella, and she's a Hoover, this chick. So she's not like Monty, who was like so picky and would spit everything out. You give this to her, she thinks it's a treat, she's all over it, she's eating it, okay? So I give her that. I was putting a probiotic and a digestive enzyme, a little powder on top of her food, but I'm switching that out because I'm going to talk about something really interesting once I receive it. I'm going to talk about it tonight in our live, but once I get into my talk more about, you know, what I'm going to suggest for you guys, it's something really cool. So once that comes, I won't be adding the probiotic and the digestive enzyme to her food. And realistically, the raw food is really easy to digest, and she had no problems transitioning over. I waited a 12-hour period just so that the acid in her stomach was balanced, and then I started her on raw, and we've had no problems. She loves it. I add a bit of water to it just because to give her more water. She's a little weird with drinking water. She's getting better, and she devours it. Now, she had that UTI infection, so what I'm doing now, again, guys, these are all human grade products, and the food that I give her says human grade right on the back. So if I wasn't a vegan and I did want to chomp down on that nasties, I could eat that, but I wouldn't. I know the owner of this company shows on his Instagram that he legit eats the patties. Rough. Okay, this is Demonez, I don't know how you say it, and cranberry. And it's a powder, and I just sprinkle it on her food because it'll clean out her like the UTI, the infection, the walls, the uterine lining, not the uterine lining, the urinary lining tract, and get rid of any crystals or anything in her urinary. And I did notice actually that the blood's gone in her urine, so that's really great. I'm still going to take her in tomorrow to be looked at, but that's really great. Okay, Maya also gets Asante greens. I sprinkle a little bit, just a little bit on her food to give her that extra punch of nutrition because it's loaded with greens, and there's nothing in here that she can't have or that won't benefit her. So if you do have Asante and you are a pet owner, sprinkle a little bit on her food. This girl doesn't care what's on it. You guys, she's lying on my lap. She's such a good girl. I just sprinkle a little bit twice a day on her food, okay? And she goes to town. She's like, yeah, Mom, I'll do that. It's like this girl's never eaten before, and it might be the case. So I sprinkle a little bit of this on her food just to give her a little bit of an extra punch, okay? Then I also, obviously, I'm giving her CBD oil, okay? I'm giving her CBD oil twice a day, 2 drops. That's it. That's all she needs. She's a little girl, and that's been very beneficial for her. Funny enough, yesterday or the day before, it seemed like she had a bit of a seizure, and as you know, I'm pretty cool and calm and whatever, and I know that I have things in my house that can help her. And as soon as I got it into her mouth, it stopped. It was like a head seizure. It was really weird, but as soon as I got that into her mouth, it literally stopped, okay? For treats, I'm giving her raw bones. So not every day. Every couple of days I'll give her, because it's really rich, the marrow. I'll give her little beef bones where they're frozen, and I just give it to her, and she'll like eat out the middle of the bone, and there's some meat around the bone, and she's loving it. And I can tell that her coat's already getting shinier. She's doing really, really great. Okay, so that's enough about Maya. Right now, these also, I got these treats, just like little training treats. They're cricket, shiitake, and turmeric. Okay, and that's all that's in them. It says there's chickpea, shiitake, mushrooms, cricket powder, apples, dates, flax seeds, turmeric, and a mix of lemon juice and vinegar. cool, she's into them. I'm happy if she's happy. So those are kind of what our daily routines kind of like. I already seeing that her poop is better. It's nice and formed. They're smaller because when you're eating raw food, there's a lot less waste, okay? Now, guys, I'm going to kind of go through diet. I'm going to go through, you know, a little bit of flea and heartworm and tick prevention. I'm going to talk about the foods and why we want to use certain foods. I'm going to talk about a little bit about this really exciting product that I found that's like, it sounds amazing, and actually where I bought the raw food, I reached out to the owners to thank them for such a quality product, and I just asked them, you know, what else do you give your dog? And he's like, you need to check this out. So I checked it out, I bought it. It was expensive, but she's my baby, so she can have what she wants. So when we want to talk about fresh foods such as vegetables and fruits, they're full of live enzymes, and they will add a dimension to our dog's health or your cat's health. And whole foods are also full of fiber, which aids in digestion, and it encourages pooping, and it improves their stool. Okay, again, also, what I forgot to mention is when my new juicer finally arrives from Bed Bath & Beyond, who suck, I'll be juicing her probably 1 ounce to 2 ounces of fresh juice every single day. Whatever I'm having, she's going to be having. Obviously, you know, there's a few vegetables I'll watch out for, but I'm going to be giving her a green juice, a little green juice, even with the Asante. Nutrition you can't over-nourish these guys. And I think she needs the nutrients, and I need to rebuild and balance her nutrients. And when I go through my talk, I'll explain the importance of either juicing or pulverizing vegetables for animals. So vegetables obviously help alkalinize the body, just like they do for us. They do the same thing by balancing the alkalinity and acidity of the diet. It's important for their health. So organs like liver and the pancreas and the gallbladder, and hormones and heart and kidney functions better in a more alkaline environment, just like humans, guys. So too much acidity can contribute to inflammation, which is responsible for a lot of chronic disease, both in humans and animals. In terms of avoiding certain things, we want to avoid onions and legumes, macadamias, and avocados, which can be toxic to dogs. And we don't want to overfeed our dogs vegetables in the cabbage family or the Brassica family, just because they can depress the thyroid a little bit, and it's also best to avoid starchy vegetables like potatoes and legumes like peas. Sweet potatoes from time to time I think is okay if they're, you know, I guess that'd be something that's cooked, but something that's really interesting is potato skins contain a lot of nutrients, and you can feed those if they're pulverized, so in a blender. And you just want to make sure that the skins aren't green, because that could be a sign of toxicity. And don't laugh, but our dogs should also have organic produce as much as they can, and local produce. If you can't get local produce and you're working with whatever you're working with, you can use apple cider vinegar as a vegetable and fruit wash to wash the fruits and vegetables to take off all of the extra pesticides or the chemicals or anything like that, okay? Garlic. So a lot of times, sorry guys, I need to take a swig of this. Oh, by the way, one of my favorite kombuchas, so off topic, sorry guys. Garlic. So garlic's gotten a bad rep for dogs over time, and I'm not sure why, because garlic's high in inulin and amino acids, sulfur, zinc, potassium, phosphorus. It also contains vitamins A and C and calcium and magnesium and manganese and selenium and geranium and the B complex vitamins. And garlic's pungent energy warms the body, and it's a purgent herbs which moves energy upwards and outwards to the body's surface, and it improves circulation. Garlic also has an affinity for the lungs and the large intestine and the spleen and the stomach. And garlic helps detoxify the body. It supports beneficial bacteria in the digestive tract, and it eliminates harmful bacteria. You can use it in the fall and the winter and early spring as a detox and to balance out the digestive system. And I'll talk about dosing. As a liver enhancer, garlic breaks down waste before they enter the bloodstream. It also helps your dog assimilate nutrients and eliminate waste through the entire digestive tract. And garlic is high in sulfurs and fructans, which is inulin And fructans even though it can cause digestive upset in dogs suffering from leaky gut, inflammatory bowel disease, and irritable bowel syndrome, when undigested, it can ferment in the small intestine and they can cause bloating and gas. So your dog digestive system needs to be healthy before you feed your dog garlic. And 6 ways that we can look at garlic to help our dogs is it prevents the formation of blood clots. So that's an antiplatelet. It decreases cholesterol and builds up in the arteries and in the cardiovascular system. It'll open and widen blood vessels. It helps prevent the formation of tumors and anti-tumors. It stimulates the lymphatic system to remove waste. It's an antibiotic, it's an antifungal, and it's an antiparasitic. So garlic has other uses in addition to those health benefits, and garlic is great as a flea and tick repellent, and I'll explain how you want to use that prior to the season starting. So garlic might help you in the war of fleas and ticks if you feed it to your dog during flea and tick season. It takes a couple of weeks for the garlic to build up in your dog's natural coat and its oil, the dog's natural oils in its coat. So you want to start feeding it before the bug season starts. So when using garlic as a flea and tick repellent, you want to feed it each day for 2 weeks and then twice a week for maintenance. So feeding your dog garlic can also help him or her be less appealing to insect, and garlic is safe for dogs in moderation, and you always want to use an organic garlic. You do not want to be using garlic grown in China, and you want to be using fresh whole clove garlic, okay? You can safely give your dog 1/4 of a clove of garlic per 10 pounds. So use regular size garlic, not the jumbo ones, okay? If your dog weighs less than 10 pounds, cut a 1/4 clove of garlic in half and give 1/8 of a clove. And if you have a giant breed, don't give more than 2 cloves of garlic per day. So if you have a 100-pound dog, you can still only give the dog 2 cloves, okay? You want to peel and chop the garlic 15 minutes before feeding. Then you want to add it to your dog's food, and you can start feeding garlic once a month before the mosquito season, okay? So that's a little bit about garlic. So also it's really important, and you want to have a variety of ingredients rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. And inflammation is a major cause of disease, so it's important to research all the ingredients in your dog's diet along with the manufacturing process. And this is why sticking to whole foods as opposed to the purchased really crappy dead nutrient dog food. And yes, it might be cheaper, and like sometimes we need to find a way around it, but like I'd rather spend a little bit of extra money on a quality food for my dog and help her be really, really healthy, because she's 5. I already have half the time with her that I want. So I want the time that she's here to be really great. Okay, so inflammation, again, it's a leading cause of premature aging, and not only in dogs, but in us, okay? I know a lot of us love to share our table food with our dogs, and I'm so guilty. Monty was a filet mignon boy, and boy, could he eat that steak, okay? But it's really important to avoid cooking meat. So all species on the planet eat raw food except for humans. Well, I do because I'm a vegan and I eat raw vegan. But when we cook our food to please our palates, we lose a lot of the many beneficial nutrients. So it's the same when we cook our food for our dogs. So while certain whole foods may release more nutrients once cooked, it's best to avoid cooking meat for your dog whenever possible. Introspectively, the stated nutritional values are, many reasons why commercial pet foods are fundamentally flawed. And I'm going to read this quote here. It says, when the muscles of mammals, fish, or birds are cooked at high temperatures, carcinogenic chemicals called heteroceliac amines are created that may increase the risk of breast cancer, colon, lung, pancreatic, and prostate cancer. Risky cooking methods don't just include barbecuing, frying, and grilling. Even just baking chicken at around 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes leads to significant production of these cancer-causing compounds. And that's from Dr. Michael Greger. So if you do prefer to cook your meat for your dogs, just lightly sear it instead of cooking it through, okay? I mentioned washing your non-organic produce in apple cider vinegar, and we can't all afford ourselves to eat completely organic produce, so we have to make what we can get safer. And using organic apple cider vinegar to do that is a really great thing. Plants produce something called aloe-chemicals, which help prevent toxic substances, including pesticides, from penetrating the surface. So you can scrub the pesticides off of non-organic fruit and vegetables with the clean, soft brush while soaking them in 1 part apple cider vinegar and 4 parts water for a minute, and then rinse them, okay? Also, apple cider vinegar is really great to clean your dog's ears, and it's really also good for itchy skin. If their skin is irritated, to use that on their skin. And it's really also good for flea and tick prevention. Did I say that? I think I just doubled that. So flea and tick prevention, itchy skin, and cleaning their ears. Again, you want to avoid gluten for dogs. You know, if you know that your dog farts and it stinks, okay, and their poop smells, like, more so, you know, like, some dogs can fart and clear an entire room just like humans. So many dry pet foods include hidden gluten meal and corn, okay? So this dried residue made from corn is added to pet food to prevent inferior unstable fats from becoming rancid. It's almost like a food preservative. So this causes waste products to be retained and constrain the liver and the kidneys. And corn and gluten, even in small quantities, may harm your dog's organ. And to make matters worse, GMO corn is often used in pet food because it's cheap and it's a filler, okay? Corn is one of the most common causes of food allergens in dogs, and people don't even realize that it's in their dry kibble. A lot of people also like to give their dogs rice. Instead of giving your dogs rice, replace that with green lentils, okay? Dogs don't need grains at all to be healthy. In fact, they don't need them at all. They don't eat them in the wild, and most are allergic to wheat. When a dog has an upset stomach, people are always like, give your dog rice, boiled chicken and rice. A great protein-rich substitute is green lentils, and just like rice, green lentils require boiling, so your preparation time is very similar if anyone's boiled lentils. Don't buy them in a can, and it's best to soak them first and rinse them before cooking, and then rinse them again after cooking, just to make sure. And lentils are one of the most nutritionally valuable leguminous plants, and they're okay for dogs. They have the highest protein content, and they're also rich in fiber and minerals, particularly iron and magnesium, so good for humans too, guys. And they're also rich in lysine and essential amino acids, and they help boost the immune system. So that's really great, okay? Athletes actually take them to improve their performance, okay? Adding raw coconut oil is a source of fat. So unlike animal fats and other vegetable fats, raw coconut oil, virgin cold pressed, is the best. It's truly unique. While it's high in its saturated fat, it's a healthy saturated fat that mainly contains medium chain fatty acids that the body doesn't store. And coconut oil can help manage your dog's weight, and raw coconut oil goes straight to the liver where it gets converted into energy, and the more energy your dog has, the more the dog wants to exercise, and the more he exercises, the leaner the dog stays, and the leaner he stays, the less chance of obesity-related diseases. Guys, just like humans, okay? You'll still need to provide the dog with good omega-3 fatty acids, and I don't want people giving fish oil to their dogs, guys. They're so rancid, and I'm going to talk about it. And because fish oil turns rancid very easily, considering omega-3 oils like a chia seed, flaxseed, or a hemp seed is really a great additive. You can add tiny little amounts of fresh sardines if you choose to, but finding fresh sardines are a little bit tough, okay? We also don't want to overfeed our dogs, and we want to feed a dog according to whether they need to gain or lose weight. So this little munchkin right now, she's a little skinny, and she could afford to put on a little bit of weight, and I'm just feeding her as if she was a 20-pound dog. She's a 19-pound dog, so that's how I'm feeding her. My guidelines are around that. If the dog's overweight, feeding them earlier in the day so they have more time to work it off is beneficial. And if your dog needs to gain weight, the best time, you want to feed them more regularly, and especially before bed, preventing the dog from burning off the calories, right? So letting them be a little bit lazier. So within reason, obviously you don't want to worry about your dog being too skinny. It's okay for your dog to be very slim, especially when they're younger and more active years. As the dog grows, they'll gain weight more easily, so don't set up the dog for failure by trying to make them heavier too early. It'll come naturally over time, kind of like humans. Now, what I want to talk about is, I'm going to get to this part. So also, guys, the water that your dog drinks, okay? Just like we shouldn't be drinking tap water, neither should your dog. So if you have a filtration system in your house, share that with your dog. It's really important. Maya only gets Berkey water. It sounds stupid, but like, I want to give the best care to my dog as I would a child or a family member. So rethink that. Think about that every time you go to fill your dog's bowl, is give the dog good water. They deserve that clean water, okay? Also, when you clean your dog's bowl, especially if you're using raw food, guys, bacteria can linger. You want to clean the bowl after every single use. The best thing you can use is white vinegar. A good white vinegar is chemical free, and it's an alternative to any harsh chemical cleaning products. And other things, you can use it to wash your dishes, any surfaces, including your dog bowls, the floors, and it disinfects and it's odorless when dry. I also like to use the Asante sanitizer. This is an older bottle. They've changed the label, but I love this, and it's really great. And I'll sometimes spritz her toys and her bowl after I clean it, and I will use vinegar to clean her bowl as well, because it is such a good disinfectant. And dogs, like humans, can be really sensitive to commercial cleaning products, so replace as many of these as possible with natural alternatives. And apart from vinegar, you guys, you can Google organic and safe ready-made cleaning products like this sanitizer that I just showed you. Okay, so what I'm really excited to talk about is, it's called phytoplanktons, okay? They're tiny microscopic plants that are the base of the food chain in the ocean. So all ocean life depends on phytoplanktons. Yes, the ocean's contaminated. I'm going to really trust the source where I'm buying mine from, that it's coming from a really, really good source, and that it's clean and it's been tested. It's one of the most valuable sources of nutrition on the earth. It's incredibly high in nutrition and health benefits. And when it comes to our dog's health, phytoplanktons isn't just any old seaweed. This stuff is seriously so potent. Okay, it's a single-celled organism that contains nearly every nutrient our dog needs, or cat, I guess. Its whole nutrient fuels the entire ocean, and it can fuel your dog with essential fatty acids, trace minerals, chlorophyll, antioxidants, essential amino acids, protein, carotenoids, vitamins. So giving your dog even the tiniest amount of this can boost the health, as researchers are finding out. It fights cancer and other diseases too. I can give the 5 reasons that you would want to give them. So again, it's going to help with digestive issues. It's a whole food that delivers highly concentrated source of balanced nutrition, and this means your dog can absorb this nutrition without having to digest it first. Usually your dog's digestive system has to break down food before the body can use it for energy, but because these phytoplanktons are made up of tiny nanoparticles, the body's mucous membranes, like the gums, can absorb it. And this means the phytoplanktons deliver energy directly to the body's cell. Dogs with leaky gut syndrome, EPI, digestive upset, bowel diseases will have trouble getting proper nutrition from their food, just like humans, because it doesn't get absorbed. This can also replace toxic fish oils. Fish aren't born with high levels of omega-3 fat. Just like your dog, they need to get omega-3s in their diet, and they get it from exactly this, the phytoplanktons. And phytoplanktons contain omega-3 essential fatty acids, the DHA, and the EPA, and it contains nearly double the amount of omega-3 fatty fats by weight as fish oil. Omega-3 fatty acids support the immune system and the cognitive function, as well as the heart, the skin, the joint health. Omega-3s can also help reduce inflammation in the body and minimize the risk of chronic disease. Fish oils oxidize when exposed to oxygen, and this actually increases inflammation in your dog. And fish contain mercury and other heavy metals and PDBs and other toxins. Pacific fish are suffering from the effects of radiation, and those toxins will get passed on to you or your dog and outweigh any benefits from the omega-3 fats. And fish oil is not sustainable, and it creates dead zones in our ocean. Most dogs are mineral deficient, so most dogs as well as people are deficient in trace minerals. So one important reason for this deficiency is widely used pesticides, okay? So Roundup, it chelates and binds to, and trace minerals such as copper, iron, cobalt, and manganese. So trace minerals are essential to good health as they support critical biological functions, including digestion, growth, and hormone regulation, enzyme function, and thyroid health. And manganese deficient dogs are likely to develop joint disease, and we don't want that. Okay, trace minerals can prevent and reverse serious disease. Selenium has been shown to prevent cancer, tumors, and magnesium supports our heart, our joint, and our neurological health. And iodine regulates thyroid function. Phytoplanktons contain a wide range and balanced array of trace minerals that your dog can easily absorb. Hi, Maya. It fights cancer, so the body naturally produces free radicals through metabolism as well due to environmental factors like pollution. These are unstable atoms that can damage cellular health and cause cells to die. Free radicals build up in the body like rust, and they are the cause of all disease and premature aging. Antioxidants and molecules that prevent this cell damage. They have anti-aging effects as well as helping to prevent cancer, heart disease, and eye problems and immune system issues. Here I have a note, and I'll just read it. It says the National Cancer Institute tests and studies, including one by Professor Shamuzi at the University of Rhode Island, have shown that phytoplanktons to have cancer-killing potentials due to its antioxidant properties. Guys, this is like the king of antioxidants. Phytoplanktons contains what's known as the king of antioxidants, superoxidized dismutase, or SOD, S-O-D. SOD is the body's most powerful antioxidant enzyme, and it protects the cells and helps remove toxins, including heavy metals, from the body. There's a lot of research on that. It says researchers found that the longest-lived animals like sea turtles contain large amounts of SOD, while shorter-lived animals such as mice contain only small amounts of SOD and can be important addition to your dog's diet. So I'm really excited to be able to put this on her food. SOD uses a process called dismutation to deactivate free radicals called superoxide, turning the free radicals into hydrogen peroxide, which then breaks down into harmless oxygen and water. SOD is said to be 3,500 times more potent than vitamin C, and it's considered the best bioavailable source of SOD, making it a powerful antioxidant and a detoxificant agent, especially compared to other antioxidant sources like berries and vegetables that must be digested before the body could use them. And it supports the liver. It's absorbed on a cellular level. The liver gets a break from digesting food, and the liver is the master organ, as we know, for detoxification in the body, and it's vital for absorption of nutrients. And as your dog ages or experiences health problems, the liver can lose its ability to accomplish this job, so making it even more difficult to absorb vital nutrients. So the phytoplanktons can deliver nutrients that help restore the liver health without making the liver work for those nutrients. So again, you want to choose a really good quality one. It should be sustainably grown on land with sunlight, free of radiation, heavy metals, or other toxins, watered with filtered ocean water, non-GMO, vegan, and without fillers. And the dosage, due to its high bioavailability, you'll only need a small amount, about 1/16 teaspoon a day for any size dog, unless you're buying one that has fillers in it. I'll post the link to the one that I just bought for my girl later in the comments. So again, it supports mobility and joint health. It manages skin issues and allergies. It improves cellular function, leading to healthier organs like the liver and the thyroid. It reduces inflammation. It improves digestion, increased energy and stamina. It reduces hyperactivity and anxiety, and it helps with detoxification. So I know that she's been probably like heavily vaccinated, and they're already asking me to vaccinate her again. I'm going to do a titer test to see what's in her, so I can show them that she doesn't need to be vaccinated again. But this is going to be something to help detox her. Again, when you want to look at detoxing, and if that's not an option for you, something like horsetail, horsetail is an herb, and it'll bind to aluminum very well. So horsetail is probably one of the best natural elements we know to bind toxic aluminum, to chelate that out of the body. And then using something like NAC, which is N-acetyl, sorry guys, she's gonna bark. I don't want her to bark. So we want to use an herb that'll kind of like chelate and bind, and then we want to use NAC, which ensure it gets carried out all the way of the body. And NAC will detox a lot of other stuff too, and it's horsetail, the herb, if you are using it, it's a diuretic, so it will make your dog thirsty and urinate frequently, so make sure that you're able to take the dog out. Regular dosing is based on body weight, so whenever you're using a human supplement, you kind of want to look at all supplements and medications usually based on the average weight of don't bark, of 140 to 150 pounds. So you'd want to use 1/4 a dose, okay? So that's kind of what I have on that. What else can we talk about? Okay, let's talk about some herbs, guys. So want to look at heartworm and tick and flea prevention. I'll come back to all of these comments, guys, when I'm done. I see a lot of questions popping up on the screen. So black walnut hull, okay, it's an herb. So when used incorrectly, okay, let me talk about before the incorrectly. Let's talk about the correctly. So there are online, you can find, or go to a herbalist, you can find tinctures online. However, before you buy, guys, make sure the tincture is safe for your animals, and speak with your veterinarian to confirm product dosages and how long treatment should last. I'm not a vet. The information, obviously, that I'm giving to you is stuff that I practice myself and that I believe works. There's a product called HWF, formerly called formerly Heartworm Free, that's what it was called, and it makes it easy by providing users with easy to follow charts and instructions to follow on their website. So it's heartwormfree.com, and it's a supplement that has a bunch of different herbs inside of it. So inside of it, it has black seed, hot flower, apricot kernel extract, hawthorn, berries, garlic, sheep sorrel, and grapefruit seed extract. And it's used together. It helps to detox and prevent the dogs from getting heartworm, or if they do get it, to move it out. It's a gentle treatment, and they say it takes up to 36 weeks to help your dog eliminate heartworms. So your dog doesn't have to be on a restricted activity during that time. Again, I talked about garlic. So minced bulbs, add to your dog's meal, works to prevent heartworm from maturing. So during the season, I know a lot of the things they give you, I think it's like take 1 pill every for 6 months, and it's actually what killed my friend's Boston Terrier. It gave the dog a severe heart attack, and the dog died after getting heartworm medicine. There's another herbal formula called Heartworm Formula. It's a formula by Steve Martison, and it's published. He's published in the Manual of Natural Veterinary Medicine, and it's used successfully by holistic veterinarians to treat heartworm. And the formula includes ginger, woodworm, garlic, thyme, cinnamon, and peppermint is sometimes added. And obviously, there are some cautions with woodworm, and black walnut as well. So we want to make sure that when you're using that, you know how to use it, because you can find that black walnut hull, when used incorrectly, it can be toxic. So it's best to use a tincture capsule created by a holistic veterinarian or an herbalist. And searching for dosages, the most common thing is to add 1 drop per 10 pounds of body weight for to the food daily for 2 to 3 weeks. Again, you just be careful with that stuff. It's important to find that out. Again, feeding 1 clove of fresh garlic per 10 pounds of body weight daily. You can crush it up and add it to your dog's food as a preventative. And before you race to say it's bad, dangers of feeding garlic, I already went over the benefits of it. It would take you also 7 or more whole garlic bulbs to make it toxic for your dog. So there's another product called Guinness Beer, you can look that one up too. I can only point you to the comments so you can read it. Why black walnut hull works: it cleanses the dog's system, including the digestive system and the bloodstream, and it kills a heartworm parasite before it has time to grow and mature. What else do I have here for you? So there's that heart formula. Okay, so this doctor says that the formula should be used in conjunction with bromelain. Bromelain is an enzyme extracted from pineapple. It helps break down the dead worms, and bromelain is available at most health food stores, and they recommend starting a dose 30 milligrams per pound of body weight, divided into 2 or 3 daily doses and given 2 hours away from meals. Black walnut and woodworm, again, you'll see them in several products and protocols using them because they're very powerful, and there are reports that they're very effective. So you just got to be careful with the side effects and make sure you have proper guidance. The strong tannins in both herbs can cause vomiting or diarrhea, so you don't want to give woodworm to dogs who suffer from seizures, kidney disease, liver disease, or who are pregnant or lactating. And some heartworm treatment products can, they include those herbs. I'll give you a recipe for a homemade bug spray, and I'll talk a little bit about essential oils, and then I'm gonna go look at some comments. So a homemade bug spray that you can use is that you could spray on their skin. You want to use 25 drops of lemon or eucalyptus oil. Okay, both are good. 4 ounces of witch hazel, or 2 ounces of coconut oil or another carrier oil like almond oil. Use oil if your dog use oil like coconut oil if your dog's going to be is a swimmer and in the water. You can just use the above ingredients, or you can experiment with 1 or more additional ingredients like real vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, 6 drops of peppermint essential oil, or 3 drops of lavender essential oils. Cedarwood essential oil is really good, and you just mix them together in a glass spray bottle and spritz it. I know that doTERRA has a great bug repellent that's safe for pets that you can use, and you want to just spray your dog all over, taking care not to obviously spray their eyes. There are several plants whose essential oils have insect repellent properties. Some of them include lavender, pine, catnip, rosemary, basil, thyme, lemon, eucalyptus, lemon balm, peppermint, fennel oil. And you always want to dilute them, guys. Essential oils are super powerful for dogs, so be sure to always dilute essential oils with a carrier oil. And it's really important that you mix 1 drop of essential oil with 1 milliliter of a carrier oil and spray your dog with the mixture. You can use more than 1 type of oil, but just remember to increase the carrier oil for each drop of essential oil. And some people like to use like a bandana and infuse them with essential oils to protect their dog. So if you do this, be sure to use diluted oils and remove the bandana when your dog comes inside. Make sure to stay away from wintergreen, pennyroyal, or clove, or any products that contain those oils on your dogs. They're really dangerous for your dog and should not be used for any reason. So that's kind of like my basic holistic talk. We talked about food, we talked about supplementation, we talked about you know, good treats, we talked about cleaning their bowls, things you can add. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to grab my phone and kind of scroll all the way back and just see, there's a lot of comments here. So I just want to see if there are any questions that I may have missed. So just give me a second, guys. Oh, did I talk about CBD oil? Someone's like, I've been using CBD oil for my dogs all week, and his skin's gotten so much better. So guys, CBD, obviously you guys know I talk a lot about CBD, and you know I want to give away a bottle here. So CBD for overall health for your pets is just sensational. Whether there's nothing wrong with them or there is something wrong with them, you definitely Oh, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. I was saying you don't want to be putting CBD in their water or on their food, because we don't want it going through the digestive system. We want it going directly into the capillaries and into the body instantly. So just based on your dog's size, you can just start with a few drops. Like Maya's 19 pounds and I'm giving her 2 drops twice a day. And if she needs more, I'll give her more. But other than that, it's just so beneficial for everything from anxiety to joints to heart health to liver to all the organs to the respiratory system. Just like it is in humans, the same benefits are going to apply to the dog or your cat or your bird or anything with a backbone. Let's see what else is here. Okay. Lots of highs to Maya. Maya, you're very popular tonight. I just want to come to see questions. Sorry guys, just bear with me. I got to scroll through them. I just got a Yorkshire Yorkie Saturday night. He's 8 weeks old. I can't wait to let me just see. Someone said, Leslie, what about itching and fungus, ear itching? So apple cider vinegar is really, really great. Again, using your CBD oil with the dog, getting your dog on a clean diet, getting them away from grains or any gluten is important. If you can get your dog raw, maybe looking at the products that I talked about, using maybe even some of your Asante greens. Let's see. Pancreatitis. I tried doing a homemade diet, but she had reoccurrence again. I'm so worried to try something else. Listen, go slowly if you have to transition a sick dog. Look at the phytoplanktons that I talked about. Get the dog on CBD. Get the dog on probiotics. Be wary of what's in the food, okay? Your food might have corn or gluten in there. Let's see. Someone asked how much was it. I'll post my CBD link for those of you who are asking for it. No problem. Garlic is great. Helps keep insects away that carry disease. Yeah, awesome, Brandon. I touched on. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here. I've never had that happen. Someone asked about turmeric. I talked about nano-curcumin. Curcumin's the active component in turmeric. It's very bioavailable, so I use, if Maya will give me my hand. Sorry, girl. I use this turmeric, the nano-curcumin, and I just sprinkle little bits on her food twice a day, and it's great. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I just want to try and get through all here. My dog's allergic to fish oil. what help with allergies? I'm not sure. I want to try CBD oil on my great niece who I have custody of that has a lot of different issues, sensory. Okay. I'm not sure. I've called doctors. Yes, you can get your daughter on CBD, and I'll post my link here so you can go back to it. Okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, someone said, is diffusing oils, essential oils, safe for dogs? You guys, you want to be really cautious. You got to Google, you got to find good sources of people who know. I'm not a dog expert with essential oils. I know I err on caution when using them. Some of them are going to be really beneficial and some can be really dangerous, and also depends on your quality of oils. Let's see. What is a good phytoplankton? I will tell you the name of the one that I just ordered. One second. Hold on. I forget the name of it. I just ordered it. It was really expensive. It cost me like 80 bucks to get it. But it lasts a long time because you just need a really, 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 really little bit of it. So like 1/1/16 of a teaspoon is a pretty small amount. Hold on, I gotta go back and find it. 1 second. Here. I'll show you. I'll turn my screen around. 1 second. Sorry guys. Okay, hold on. I think I can turn my screen around. This is the one that I bought. It's called Phyto Synergy. And I got it on the Dog's Natural Market is where I purchased it. That price is in US. I paid $88 for shipping. Okay. So that's the one that I just purchased. I'll post the link. I'm not an affiliate with them. I just saw a good product. And it looks really great. I'm excited to use it. So if anyone has questions, I can do some Q&A with you guys right now. Someone just said they can't hear what I'm saying. I hope the rest of you could hear what I was saying through the last almost hour. Okay. So if there's no questions, or maybe some questions are coming in that I'm just not seeing, I'll try and go through the thread and answer the questions that I may have missed. We see you, but we can't hear you. That sucks. Weird. Can anybody else not hear me? If you guys can hear me, can I get likes, heart, something so I know? Okay, people can hear me. Guys, if you can hear me, I know you can see me, but can you hear me? Okay, so for the CBD giveaway, guys, I will go through all the names of the people. Hi, Maya. I'll go through all the names of the people who came. Here's Maya, my girl. Yeah, hi, Maya. Okay. Maya. Hi, Maya. Say hi. My girl. Okay, so I'll go through all the names and enter them in a auto draw, and I will come back and I'll announce the winner. Give me a bit of time. Maya says hi. Say hi, Maya. She's a good girl, guys. She sat on my lap the entire time. She's so cute. She's very feminine. It's my first female dog, and she's super feminine. Say hi, Maya. Say hi. Hi. I love her to death. Okay, I'll leave her alone. She wants to sit down. So guys, she is adorable. She's really, really sweet, and she's really sassy, and in so many ways, she reminds me of my dear Monty, and I believe that he sent me this baby girl. She's much smaller and a little dainty. She's so well behaved, and she listens, and her commands are great, and she doesn't really like other dogs, but she's tolerant. There's Bowie. Bowie's here. I can show you guys Bowie. If Maya will let me put her down, I'll change over dogs for you guys. Bowie, come here. You guys should see Bowie. He's really cute. Come here, Bo. Come have your debut. Can you guys see him? Maya wants to come back. Bowie, come here. I'll show you Bowie in a second. Hold on. Bowie, come here, Bowie. What's this? You want a treat? Oh, Maya's dying to get back up on me. Hold on. Bo Jangles, come here. Come here, Bo. Come here. Come here. Here's Bowie. This is Bowie. Bowie's a little whippet or greyhound. Oh, Maya's not happy. Bowie, say hi. Say hi. And Maya's so jealous. This is Bowie. He's here for 24 hours. He's a really cool dude. He looks anorexic, but he's not. He's just a little greyhound. He's got a cute little body. Okay, go down, Bo. Go down, Bowie. Here comes Maya. Maya, come. Maya got instantly jealous. Here she is. Okay, Maya, you're the queen. You're the queen. Now Bowie's jealous. Okay, guys, so I'm going to... Oh, here comes Bowie. Come, Bowie. Come on. Not enough room for everybody. Maya wins. So I hope this was informative, guys. I hope that you learned something, and maybe you can make a few changes if you can't make all of them. But just implementing a few of the changes to really bring home health for your dogs. It's so important. And just remember, all the products that you use on your dogs, you want them to be clean. Just using even just a cast style soap to wash the dogs, or finding an organic clean soap for bathing the dogs, is a really good idea. No, Maya is the queen, and she is very attached to me, and she's pulling down my shirt. She's very, very attached to her mummy. She loves her mummy, which is great. Her mummy loves her. She's a sweetheart. So yeah, so that's kind of my shtick on holistic health, and I'm glad that it came at a time when Maya came in, because now I get to implement all these awesome things that I know. And it's nerve-wracking. It can be really nerve-wracking when making these decisions for our dogs when we don't know really how. So just, ask questions and get advice. I get great advice from really great people who have become part of my Facebook community, who I reach out to when I'm not sure of something, and they're really, really great. So ask questions, guys, and know that it's never too late to start with your dog, okay? Monty got diagnosed with congenital heart failure last December, and it was devastating, and I couldn't make any decisions at that time because I was so upset, and all I could think about was losing my dog. And even the changes that I made, I was able to keep him off of allopathic medicine and implement things like the chlorella and the nanocurcumin for him to, I wasn't, unfortunately, if your dog has congenital heart failure, they don't do transplants for dogs, so heart transplants. So I just did the best that I could with the knowledge that I had, and until he was no longer comfortable, and I had to unfortunately make that awful decision that so many of you know of putting down a dog, and it's never easy. And his 12th birthday just passed, and yes, I have Maya, but Monty's my forever king, and I will show you. 1 second. There's the Monty shrine, his ashes, his favorite toys, his pillows, his stuff. So he's very much a part of my life forever, and Maya's my queen and he was my king. So it's really great to have a new baby, and it's never too late to start implementing, guys. There's a lot of people locally who do raw food, who prepare it, and it's actually a lot cheaper than buying it the way that I'm buying it. I haven't found anybody who has like actual raw food, and as a vegan, like, I don't really care to be, touching that and mixing that, but for my dog, I will do it. Because dogs aren't meant to be vegans, although there are some people out there who are saying that dogs can eat a vegan. I don't know, it's kind of cray. But yeah, so just be aware of what you're doing and how you're doing what you're doing for your animals, from everything from their skincare to their food. And obviously love is the best medicine that you can give these guys, and to nourish them into health. So I hope you guys take away something from this. I hope if there's any questions that I can answer them for you guys. I'll go back through the thread. And thank you for joining me tonight, and thank you for those people who keep helping me add to this community. Like I said, I'll go through and put all the names of the people who are here. Hopefully, if you were here, you commented so that I see that you are here, and then I'll announce it on my page. Yeah, and for those of you guys, like, I don't want to push CBD, but I do, because it's really weird, guys. It's like every time I mention CBD, Facebook starts interrupting my thing, which is really strange. I've never had that happen. Anyways, CBD for everybody. I'll post my link. I'll post the discount. If you're already using it, make sure you create a free user account so that you can take advantage of up to 15% off every day, plus my code THHG. I'll post links for the phytoplanktons here. I'll post my CBD link here. I'll post the Asante link for those people who want to add the greens to their dogs or cats' diets. And everything else is, and the nano curcumin I'll post a link for. You can get it on Amazon. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'm going to sign off here. If you're just coming on now, the live is over, so don't yell at me that I'm not answering your questions. And I will post the winner of the CBD oil really, really soon. Share this video. You can't because it's a closed group, but if you want, bring your friends in, guys. Grow this community with me. Help me share all this beautiful awareness and knowledge that I share with you to share with others. I know I ask often for you guys to share, and I try and give you incentives by giving things away, but just do it out of the kindness and as a thank you to me if you appreciate what I have to offer and what I give to you guys by helping me continuously grow this group. So I am going to I will post info, and I will post this video as well on YouTube when I get a chance, and I will send it out in my email list to people who are on my email list. I'll post my opt-in here as well, so you can join the email list. So much for coming out tonight. It was a great turnout. I hope a lot of people get to watch the replay who couldn't. And thanks for being you guys, and thanks for being part of this amazing community. Love your dogs, love your cats, love your birds, your rabbits, your mice, your rodents, your lizards, whatever you got. Pet love is the best love. It's so unconditional and so beautiful. So let's treat them right. Let's give